What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know boxing? This is actually my second time doing this. I freaking deleted my whole words, man. So I'm going back over. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna get it going. But this is David Morrell's verified Instagram account. He says F Jose Benavidez Sr. and help David Benavidez. He's ready and all this. It says David Morrell criticized Team Benavidez with insults for ducking him after David Benavidez confirmed he didn't want to fight David Morrell. Now, first and foremost, like I was stating, David Morrell, these are not your fans, bro. Do not get caught up in the hype. These are not your fans. These are just Canelo fans that are afraid of David Benavidez, bro. And now they're trying to all of a sudden ride with you and because of, going against Canelo. All right. Now, David Morrell then states, David Benavidez is a big bitch. His dad is a big fraud who's always talking like some tough guy, but he's just a small man with little man complex. His brother wants to be gangster, who talks a lot of ish, but got knocked out by Crawford and did a horrible job in the movie Creed. When I first read that, damn, I ain't gonna lie, that had me dying laughing. He said he did a horrible job in the movie Creed. The Benavidezes are a bunch of cowards. This guy you call the Mexican monster, he's a fraud. This guy, everyone is building up. I see a fat, insecure boy. That's what I see. Benavidez couldn't walk down any street of Cuba without getting his shoes taken. Funny, he's calls Canelo a duck. Who's the duck now? Once again, though, bro, David Morrell, do not get caught in the hype. These are not your real fans, dog. I'm telling you this right now. But, bro, that was hella funny what he said. And Jose Benavidez Jr., that's my boy, bro. But that was funny as hell. Dude said he wants to be gangster, but did a horrible job in Creed. Yeah, I thought he did pretty good, bro. But anyways, so listen, here's the thing that people I often hear the Canelo fans run off with, man. First and foremost, they like to say, well, David Benavidez, and it's two different things. Like for one, first they say, well, David Benavidez is clout chasing Canelo because he had a fight with David Morrell the entire time, right? So first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you why that's not true. All right, when Samson Liquid said that he had a 3-fight deal, David Benavidez has a 3-fight deal. When you sign on with the promotion company or any company or whatnot, they give you options of guys that are lined up, but nothing is signed and solidified. When Demetrius Andrade first signed with DAZN, he was promised possible fight. He wasn't promised fights. He was told that he could get the possible fights of Triple G and Canelo when he was signed with Matchroom and DAZN. He didn't get none of those fights, bro, because nothing is guaranteed in boxing, bro, unless if something is signed on the contract. Now, the thing with this situation is they said that in his 3-fight deal with PBC, it's likely that he would get a fight with Caleb Plant, David Morrell, Jamal Charlo, and a possible Demetrius Andrade fight. Now, he did get the Caleb Plant fight, but the David Morrell fight was never signed. When they said it's possible for him to get them fights, but nothing was signed. All right. Now, it's so funny. This is where the fanboys like to run with. They like to say that he was clout chasing David Benavidez was clout chasing Canelo Alvarez because they said he quote unquote already had a fight signed with David Morrell. It was already signed. So now all of a sudden this fight has came out. Well, David Benavidez comes out and said he didn't agree to a fight with David Morrell, and all of a sudden, I've never seen this before in boxing. You guys remind me of a time if it has happened, but so quick within a matter of a few hours, the whole narrative has changed from David Benavidez is clout chasing Canelo because he had a David Morrell fight lined up to David Benavidez is now ducking at David Morrell. What sense does that make, bro? See, first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and run off with it because a lot of the fanboys like to say he has a fight signed with David. He had a fight signed with David Morrell the whole time. Oh, their fight is next, right? All right. So if that's the case, right? If the fight is already signed with David Morrell, then why is David Morrell not taking legal actions to sue David Benavidez for a breach of contract? Because if the fight is already signed, that means they signed the contract. That means that David Benavidez will be obligated to fight David Morrell. He wouldn't be able to entertain any other fight going on because he has already signed and obligated himself to fight David Morrell. So if David Benavidez had already signed that contract, why is David Morrell not taking legal actions to make sure he still gets this fight? Because quote unquote, it's already documented on contract, right? So why is this not? Why are no legal actions taking place? You know why no legal actions taking place? Because the fight has not been signed on any type of contract. David Benavidez just stated yesterday he did not agree to anything yet. Now, funny talk that how the Canelo Fan Boys changed their narrative so much. Do you guys not remember just in a few short months ago, David Benavidez was calling out David Morrell tough? Ronnie Shields, who is the trainer of David Morrell, stated that David Morrell is not ready for David Benavidez next. And this is no shade to David Morrell. I like David Morrell because he seems to be the only one to have the balls to face to face David Benavidez. Nobody else wants to fight David Benavidez. Don't seem like Demetrius Andrade does. Canelo damn sure doesn't. Jamal Charlo didn't really want to, even though he called him out. So David Morrell, I'm gonna give him credit. I'll give him all the respect in the world. But David Benavidez had been pushing for a David Morrell fight for the longest, and they have been the reason why David Benavidez didn't fight David Morrell sooner, right? But now all of a sudden you guys want to change the narrative and put all this whole situation on David Benavidez, all because David Benavidez is trying to make a fight with your favorite fighter that you're a fanboy of. And that's why I say, bro, Canelo has probably the dumbest fan base in the history of boxing. Most of y'all. I'm gonna always just say most. I'm not gonna say all of y'all because there are a select few Canelo fans, bro. Bro, I was just, it is funny, bro. My sister can back me up on this, bro. I was just talking to, let me tell you how dumb Canelo fanboys are. I was at the pool with my daughters the other day. It was the day before yesterday. My sister can vouch for me. It was the funniest thing ever, bro. I was listening to these people. They were playing this song. I can't remember the name of it. But every time I go to a David Benavidez event, they're playing that song that these people were playing on at the pool. So I asked him. I was like, "Hey, what's the name of that song, bro?" And he told me it was like I can't remember it, but it's a Spanish song. And I was like, bro, every time I'm at David Benavidez events, bro, they always play that song. And he was like, oh, are you a fan of Benavidez? I'm like, yeah. I was like, man, he was like, I'm a fan of Canelo, bro. He's the GOAT. I was like, okay, Canelo is definitely not the GOAT, but all right. He was like, man, yeah, Canelo's the GOAT. I'm gonna show you how dumb a lot of Canelo fan base is, bro. This dude I was like, bro, nah, I think Canelo is ducking David Benavidez, bro. This dude had the nerve to say, nah, he's not ducking Benavidez, bro. He's not ducking Benavidez. Honestly, bro, Canelo Alvarez really needs to fight Devin Haney. And I was just like, I said, Devin Haney, bro? I said, Devin Haney? He was like, bro, he needs to fight Devin Haney. His dude, I guess, I don't know if that was his cousin that pulled up. His cousin had came into the pool or whatnot. We were talking. He was like, "Shut up, fool! Devin Haney is at 135, fool. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Shut up, man." Like, bro, that's how delusional like Canelo Alvarez, the fanboys are. Like, they don't know shit about boxing, bro. They don't. Like, they don't know nothing about boxing at all. And so I'm explaining to this dude about weight classes and all this type of stuff, and then he proceeds to bring up Floyd Mayweather. Well, Floyd Mayweather fought him at 150. I don't even think he didn't know the exact catch. I forgot what he said, but he knew that he said that he pulled him down or some shit like that. And you know, I was like, okay, so what do you think about what Canelo is doing with, you know, Badou Jack? I had to explain to him because of course he didn't really know about the whole situation, and you know, and so then he's all like, well, you know, Canelo's the GOAT, he should be able to do it, man. So it's like, bro, it just, the Canelo fanboys are just like, bro, they have now became the #1 dumbest fan base in boxing, bro. All right, listen, the fact is, bro, you guys are just upset because this man right here, listen, I'm gonna tell you how you prove all of this, you shut all this up. If David Benavidez didn't have any type of threat to him, they would have no problems with him fighting David Benavidez. Like the same reason they didn't have no problem with him fighting John Ryder or Rocky Fielding or Amir Khan. Like, we take it all the way back. But because David Benavidez poses a threat, these guys want to sit here and discredit They want to sit here and discredit David Benavidez and make all these excuses. Funny narrative, bro. Right? You bring up all these past 3 negotiations that Canelo has had. Well, he didn't have a negotiation with David Benavidez, so these 2, right? Dimitri Bivol, the rematch with Dimitri Bivol, the fight didn't go through. Why? Because Canelo, what he was demanding in the negotiations. The fight with Badou Jack didn't go through. Why? Because the demands that Canelo was having in negotiations, right? Now, you bring up Demetrius Andrade. The fans say, well, what has he done? He's done nothing to deserve a fight with Canelo. All right. So Demetrius Andrade can't get a fight with Canelo. Bivol can't get a fight with Canelo. If you bring up Better Biv, the people say that the Canelo Fan Boys say, well, Canelo's not a real light heavyweight. All right. You bring up David Benavidez. You see what they're bringing up right now. So who's left on the mark, right? Do you know what they're gonna do now? They're gonna now justify should what's his name, Edgar Berlanga, get past Jason Quigley, which I'm sure he would if Demetrius Andrade could knock him out in 2 rounds at 160. I think that fight was at it might have been at 168, but I think it was at 160. Then I'm sure Edgar Berlanga can get rid of him as well. They're gonna now justify Canelo Alvarez fighting Edgar Berlanga, right? Watch me. All right? Because, I mean, it's obvious Canelo said he's not going to fight any Mexicans, so why would Canelo fight Jaime Munguia? That's going against his own word. This is what the Canelo fans are going to do. The fanboys, not the real fans, all right? Let me know what you think. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, but what do I know?